In a world dominated by screens, sometimes the simplest solution can be the most effective. Whether you're feeling stuck at work, overwhelmed with classes, or if you just need a break from the digital grind, paper might be your surprising key to getting out of a rut. So today I want to explain a little bit why putting pen to paper can really improve your productivity and well-being in temporary, short bursts of time, and will provide actionable advice on how to actually reintroduce paper into your life and get your eyes off the screen. There is some kind of magic in longhand writing. Writing notes by hand can do wonders for your brain and your learning abilities. According to a study in 2014, taking notes on laptops can actually hinder your learning process. In this study, students using laptops tended to transcribe lectures verbatim, which led to shallower processing of the material. In contrast, students who took notes by hand performed better on tests of factual content and conceptual understanding. So this deeper processing is because the physical act of writing longhand requires more mental engagement. The process is slower as well, which means you really have to pick which information you want to write down, which will really make your brain start processing all the info you're hearing instead of dumping it all onto your laptop. If you want to reintroduce a bit of longhand writing into your daily routine, so first of all, you should start with a notebook instead of loose paper because you want to make sure that everything you're writing down is in one place only to not get too overwhelmed with too many options and with too much paper already cluttering your desk. It's supposed to be accessible, to have some sort of index or table of contents, so a little bit like a bullet journaling concept. My recommendation is that if you want to reintroduce paper into a very busy lifestyle, start with the daily journaling. So set aside around 10 to 15 minutes each day to write about your thoughts, goals, or reflections. It's so important to be consistent here, and I really recommend that you start with prompt journaling. So you can search for free a lot of different prompts and questions online on things you want to start journaling about. This really helps you kind of unlock some hidden parts of your brain that maybe you never thought you really had, and it will make this whole process of reintroducing longhand writing into your day much easier than just trying to brainstorm what to journal every single day. Another thing you can do is to opt for handwritten to-do lists for a while. Every time I'm going through a burning out process, I find out that I need to switch calendar blocking for paper to-do lists for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, just to get in a different mindset and headspace. It's so helpful to write my daily or weekly to-do lists on a notebook because this really helps me prioritize tasks. It provides me a sense of accomplishment every time I check my items off, and it also provides me with a lot more space and time to reflect on what I actually need to get done instead of just brainstorming and brain dumping tasks into my task manager. Also, let's talk a little bit about the tangibility of paper books. So reading on paper has unique benefits that digital screens can't really replicate. Our brains perceive text on paper as a physical part of the world we inhabit, and this helps us form a coherent mental map of the content, which makes it easier to understand and remember. Digital screens often disrupt this intuitive navigation, so it makes it harder to see the bigger picture of the text. Okay, so this one is pretty simple. To reintroduce paper books into your life, this is going to be all about routine. So first of all, pick a book you've been meaning to read and start with something you're genuinely interested in to make that habit more enjoyable. Instead of trying to pick a book you think is going to be helpful or a book you think it's going to help you be more successful, you want to pick something that is truly enjoyable. Also, find a really good reading nook in your house. So set up a space with good lighting, a comfortable chair where you can enjoy your book without distractions. And now about the productivity content, we need to set reading goals. And here you can go as, you can stretch your goal as much as you want. It's important to make it very consistent, and most of all, it needs to seamlessly integrate into your routine. So you can start by just dedicating at least 10 minutes a day to reading a physical book, and you can then increase this amount of time, throughout the week or throughout the month until you reach the reading session you've been wanting to reach. You can either track your progress, but in my perspective and my advice is to avoid any kind of habit trackers for this. You want to implement your reading habits successfully in a way that is so natural you forget to do it. You're not supposed to keep a tally of the number of days you've successfully read. You just want to make sure that you're using your habit cues and your triggers in a way that is very organic and that helps you integrate your reading routine seamlessly into what is already going on in your day so that you don't even have to think about it, much like you never think about brushing your teeth. Because it's so ingrained in your routine, you never have to actually think about doing it anymore. So overall, we want to make sure that you're breaking free from any sort of digital fatigue. Spending too much time on screens can lead to digital fatigue, which leaves you feeling drained and unproductive, and paper offers this refreshing break from the constant digital bombardment. So here you can do, first of all, scheduled screen breaks. So you can set alarms or reminders on your phone. For instance, every hour you can take a 5 to 10 minute break away from all screens and, either go for a walk, just relax a little bit, or switch to paper for those 5 to 10 minutes. You can use this time to jot down notes, to sketch, to read, to journal, you name it. Also, I really recommend that you start engaging in more analog hobbies, so activities that don't really involve screens. Activities like drawing, painting, any sort of crafts are both relaxing and stimulating to the mind, and also working out, exercising, stretching. There are so many things you can do without actually using a screen, and I think that implementing this into your routine, even if it's just like 10 or 15 minutes a day, will do wonders for you. So overall, what we want to do with incorporating paper back into our routines is to start small, being consistent, and enjoying the tangible, engaging experience that paper really provides. And this channel focuses on optimizing your time when learning new skills and establishing new habits. And Brilliant offers really good bite-sized lessons that ensure you acquire real-life skills using practical examples, providing an amazing time-to-value ratio. Learning a little every day is one of the most important things you can do, both for personal and professional growth. And Brilliant helps you build real knowledge in minutes per day with fun lessons you can do whenever you have the time. So we are talking a lot about breaking away from your screen. The good thing about Brilliant is that, while you do need a screen to take the lessons, they're so short, it's not going to feel overwhelming at all. And learning for the sake of learning is great, but it's even better when the time and money you invest actually pay off. For instance, learning more about data content can pay off in so many different industries, and this course is perfect for learners on any level to start learning data analysis with a fully built out suite of new content. It will also help you learn how to parse and visualize massive data sets to make them easier to interpret and gain insight by working with real data sets from sources like Starbucks, Twitter, Spotify, and more. So basically, while you're building real knowledge on specific topics, you'll also become a better thinker. And you can learn without feeling like it's another chore. Even if it's a skill you want to learn because you want to be the go-to person in your team, the exercises are so fun and interactive, you won't even notice time is flying by. So to try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/Marianne or click the link in the description box below, and you'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!